Welcome! You're going to be hanging out with me in my car today during this makeup tutorial. I'm on the go with my husband, so I brought my makeup because I just came from an appointment where I couldn't wear makeup, and then we've got various meetings to run around to today, and it's just back to back. So I brought my makeup in the car, which is why I love this product so much. I have everything in this compact right here, using this brush, my ring finger, and then of course my other brushes I always use for eyes and eyebrows. But this one is what I'm going to use on my face today, and I'm going to show you something called the cheetah method. So this just took highlighting and contouring to like next level easy with Maskcara Beauty products. So if you guys have watched my tutorials, you know that's what I use. Everything is cream based. What I color match you for is going to be your highlight and contour colors. All other colors, let's try that again. All other colors are personal preference. I will give you recommendations when I color match you. But the highlight and the contour are definitely what you need to be color matched for, and rather than guessing, because these colors look pretty different in the tin and online than they do on your skin. So I have mine in order of how I'm going to apply them today. So I'm going to start with my contour, and then I'm going to go in with my main highlight, which I'll put everywhere I did not contour. And then my brightening highlight to brighten in this triangle in my face to kind of look like when you get photos done and the artificial light is really bouncing off that center of your face. We're gonna give that effect with the brightening highlight. This is my bronzer. Not sure I'll use that today. And then in here I have Illuminator, which in most lines is what's called the highlight. So since we have highlight as part of the foundation, we call this Illuminator. So this is that extra glow that you put on your cheekbones. And then the blush color I'm going to use today is this is a limited edition that's only released around the holidays, and I really love this color. The first few years it came out, I snagged it up, and I'm so glad I did. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like on your skin, because it's such a beautiful deep red, but the way it looks on your skin is even better. And then the eyeshadow colors I'm going to use today, this is Tangled. This is one of the cream eyeshadows. The cream eyeshadow I like to use as a base and just to brighten the colors on top of it. So that one's Tangled. Powder eyeshadow here is Sabrina. This one is Stardust, and this one is Thin. So this is a really pretty combo with that. And then again, I'll be doing this. So let's get started. So I'm gonna take my ring finger into my contour here and get a good amount on. And then I'm just gonna basically apply this in dots where I would normally apply with a brush. And did I mention this is gonna look scary for a minute? So just trust the process. Now I'm gonna go in, since I've got my contour done underneath my cheekbones, my jawline, my hairline, and the sides of my nose, I'm gonna go in with my main highlight color right here and apply that everywhere. Actually, I always conceal with my ring finger anyway, so let's get that done underneath my eyes, because under my eyes is dark and needs to be brightened. Okay, so now I'm gonna just apply that main highlight color everywhere I did not put the contour. And again, just doing this in dots. So this one is kind of hard to see in the camera because it's pretty close to my skin color. But once everything's on, you'll be able to see it more. Scary, right? So one of the things I've mentioned in other tutorials that I love about the cream makeup is it's so forgiving and easy to work with, which makes this process even easier. So now I'm going to go in with my brightening highlight and apply that in the triangle underneath my eyes, and trying to keep it in between the highlight that I just put on. So going in between those other dots. And then bridge of my nose, a little bit in the center of my forehead, and then a little bit right here in the center of my chin. So that's where you want that lighter brightening highlight. Now I've got the highlight and the contour mapped out, which is my foundation, and this is gonna go on in one layer. So it's got amazing coverage, it doesn't feel cakey. If it feels cakey, then that's something that we need to troubleshoot. If you're one of my clients, or if you have another mascara artist, go to them and help troubleshoot with them, because it shouldn't feel cakey. So now I'm gonna grab the bronzer and blush brush and use this smaller side of it to blend this out, starting with my contour. So just in a light circular motion here, blending all of the contour first. So the purpose of contour is to create shadows and accentuate your bone structure, or help create one if your bone structure isn't a strong one. And then make sure that you blend up towards your hairline with this one, so that we don't have that bright white harsh line there from the contour. And I'm not using a lot of pressure with the brush to even blend this. That's how easy the creams are to work with. So basically, if you put these in the right spot, it's almost foolproof. So now I'll go into the highlighted areas and just lightly blend that up into my contour. So look at that, this side is blended. This is the side with all those scary dots. And so all I'm gonna do now is grab my palette and go back in with that brighter highlight here, and just put a little bit more down the middle of my nose there. And we'll blend that right out. So I'm oily, and at this point is when I like to put my setting powder on, but let me just conceal this guy right here. Isn't that crazy? One layer of foundation, and I'm not one-dimensional. This is three-dimensional, and it's why I love this product. Instead of putting a foundation on and then going in and contouring and then going in and highlighting, which again we call Illuminator, it's just one layer, and it's so easy and so compact. I mean, all I needed to take today was this on the go, and obviously all the other little products I use, but I could do my full face in here. So I use a setting powder because I'm oily, and I'm going to use that same brush and go in with the larger side of it, dip it into my setting powder, which I use Tarte's setting powder, Smooth Operator. I love it with this makeup. So mascara does have a setting powder. It's pretty light, so I don't normally recommend it for my oily clients, but if you're dry or combo skin, then it would work really well for you to set the makeup. With the creams, something to keep in mind is that they don't dry like a liquid or powder foundation, which is amazing because the product will stay movable with your face all day, so it doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles and crack like a normal foundation would. If it does tend to settle, which I do have fine lines under my eyes, it will settle in there, and when it does, all I do is buff it out with my ring finger. Because it stays movable, I don't have to reapply anything. And for me and my oily skin, for me to tell you I don't reapply is like huge, because I used to be the touch-up queen. Now I'm going to go in with that beautiful Ever Red. Actually, I'm going to start with the Illuminator. So this is Angel Illuminator. This is a cream too. We do have some powder illuminators. I love the cream for on the go, and if you're not used to doing this step in your makeup, then the creams are really forgiving and easy to work with. So I recommend starting with that, and then eventually going to a powder highlight if you want something that is a little more pop of glow. So you can see what that does for my face. It's just adding that extra glow there. And then I like to put a little on the tip of my nose, and then a little bit on my Cupid's bow. So now I have my sponge that I did bring. You don't necessarily need to, but I do like this for blending out the illuminator and the blush. Now I'm going to take my ring finger into Ever Red, smile to pop the apples of my cheeks, and apply that in a circle there, and then I'll blend it out in just a second. Now I'm going to go back to my bronzer and blush brush using this fluffy side, and I'm just going to flick it like this over what I just did on my cheeks to spread that out and make it not so clownish looking. In here. And I like to do my Illuminator first. I'm just flipping it over because I went a little crazy on the inside here. So all I need to do is dust some of what I had left on here. I didn't even add product, so that's from when I blended. And I'm just softening that up a little, but then I could also take my perfector sponge and blend that out. Isn't that such a pretty color? And then it's buildable too. So if you want a bolder cheek, then you can definitely go bolder and continue to build on that. I want to keep a somewhat natural look today, so I'm just going to stop there. Now for my eyes, where's my brush? I'm using the Eyeshadow Everything brush, and again going in with these colors. So I'm actually going to use my ring finger for Tangled, which is the cream eyeshadow, to apply that all over my lids. I do have an eyeshadow primer on. I always use one no matter what, just because, again, of my oily skin. It just helps to keep it from creasing and running together throughout the day. So that was Tangled up on my, and then I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that up here on my brow bone as well. Okay, so going to my Eyeshadow Everything brush, I'm gonna go in with this side of the brush and go into Sabrina. Tap off the excess so I don't have a bunch of fallout, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid here, and I'm actually gonna bring that up too. That's why I like to start with a light base. If I usually use a color like this or like more of a champagne color, then I'll just go all over because it creates a pretty base. And then that's also helping with that pop I did on my brow bone there. Okay, same side of the brush. I'm gonna dip that into Stardust and apply that to my crease, which I'm gonna do here. So just make sure that you guys can see it. So since my eyes are deep set, I come up on to my brow bone a little more than I would rather than just going straight there in my crease, because with deep set or hooded eyes, if you apply it just to the crease there, then you're gonna lose that color as soon as you open your eyes. So that's also why I try to keep my eyes as open as possible when I'm applying my eyeshadow. So just using a windshield wiper motion and applying that in the crease there and up a little bit. Same thing on this side. And then I do like to bring it down around the corner just a tiny bit there. Let's make sure that's even. My phone is still dark, so I can't see what I'm doing very well in it. Lovely when it gets hot like that. Now I like to use a darker color to go into my outer corners, and I'm gonna flip the brush over it and go into this smaller side here, dip, tap off the excess. And then there is a mirror in these little compacts too, so that you have that if you do need to do your makeup on the go and don't have access to a mirror. So you could be in the airport waiting for your flight, wherever, and if you're running late, no big deal. Your makeup is so easy to do, and the great thing too is this product does not count towards your liquids limit through TSA. So you get this makeup through TSA, no problemo. I love it. I put it in my carry-on all the time, and it's so easy and convenient and compact to travel with, and it's not like I have to leave anything behind or worry about putting something in a smaller bottle. Okay, let's see there. And then I'm gonna flip back over, and I just like to blend with that side, the bigger, fluffier side. This brush is so amazing, you guys. If you've never found an eyeshadow brush that you're in love with, you need to try this one, whether you use mascara, eyeshadows or not. Okay, now that is one of my favorite neutral eyeshadow combos that works for many different skin tones and eye colors. So that's a really good neutral combo. So just to go over that again, that was Tangled, which is a cream eyeshadow, Sabrina, which is powder, Stardust, which is powder, and then Finn, which is also a powder as well. So let's get this finished up with eyelashes. I do use an eyelash primer as well. This is Lancome CILS Booster XL. Favorite mascara is Tarte Gifted. And then for my eyebrows, I use Wonder Brow Gel in Brunette. So this is really, really great for staying power, and I love, it does have fibers in it, so if you need a little bit of extra fill, you can get it through that. And then I use our, where's it at? Hotline brush to groom. And then this brush is also great for this angled side for applying eyeliner to your upper lid or to fill in brows as well. It's a great, this size is perfect for this fuller area that you have on your brows, and then if you turn it to get it a little bit thinner in the tail, it's really great. So if you guys need to be color matched for the foundation, then I'll put a link below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other tutorials. Thanks for hanging out with me in my car today. I'm gonna speed this up and finish it up with my eyes and my lips and call it good. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below as well. Talk to you soon, guys.